So what's up guys, I'm Black Ops Amazing, welcome back to another video on the channel. I almost forgot about Black Ops 6 Zombies because I haven't made a video on it in a while. It definitely feels like a week or so, and considering it comes out at the end of this month, October, we haven't heard anything new about the game since COD Next, which was quite a long time ago now. And so for that reason, one thing I've noticed is the hype for BO6 Zombies has kind of died down. No one's really talking about it, no one's making videos on it, no one really seems that excited about it, which is so strange because I've been around for the lead up of every COD Zombies game since Black Ops 1. I felt that hype leading up to its release, weeks, even months before the date it's supposed to drop. For Black Ops Cold War, for example, because that was the real last Treyarch Zombies game we had. From the reveal of that mode until its release date, the hype from the community never really died down. We were speculating, well, what was going to happen because this was the game after Black Ops 4, and we know in BO4 the cycle ended, we destroyed the multiverse, so what possibly could Treyarch do next with the storyline? People were coming up with all kinds of different theories until we actually got to play the game, keeping things feeling exciting. Okay, Vanguard Zombies was a little bit different, and so was Modern Warfare 3. No one really had high expectations from those games to begin with. Well, to be fair, Vanguard Zombies kind of did because it had an epic intro cutscene, and it was in the World War II setting, but with MW3, we knew deep down what it was we were going to be playing, even though that also had a pretty cool intro, which looking back on it now was kind of clickbait because it really had nothing to do with the game itself. It dragged us in, got us interested in the storyline, and then it went off in a totally different direction. But BO6 Zombies was supposed to be different. This game has had 4 years of development, which in itself is crazy. That's the most development time any Call of Duty ever has had. When we look at games that have had a 3-year dev cycle such as Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4 and the quality that came along with those, BO3 Zombies started off great with Shadows and the Giant. Black Ops 4 Zombies, okay, you could say the quality wasn't as high, but we got 4 maps on day 1, the quantity was there, and I still think the maps were decent. And so, knowing that Black Ops 6 has had an extra year of development time than those games, you would expect even higher quality and even more content. Now, we are getting 2 maps on day 1 for Black Ops 6, Liberty Falls and Terminus. 2 should always be the least we get, and we haven't been that lucky over the past few years. For Cold War we had 1, Vanguard we had 1, Modern Warfare 3 is something totally different. The last time we had 2 or more Zombies maps on day 1 was Black Ops 4, so we're finally getting that again with BO6, which is great, but that's just a very small part of it. You also expect, with that 4-year dev time, an interesting deep storyline, loads of Easter eggs, and the maps to be extremely detailed and actually feel like Zombies maps. Treyarch have had 4 years to implement aura, character, style into these maps. You wouldn't be wrong for expecting that. But, well, I think that's kind of where it's all gone wrong because Black Ops 6 Zombies started off really good. The first map that we were shown was Terminus, and even though, okay, the gameplay was pre-recorded by Treyarch, some of you might not know this because the other map, Liberty Falls, was revealed in a different way, but for Terminus, all of the gameplay that you saw on YouTubers' channels was actually recorded by Treyarch. Yes, these YouTubers went to the studio and played it themselves, but they weren't allowed to record their own footage and then show it on their channel. So really, you only got to see what Treyarch wanted you to, whereas with Liberty Falls, it was live gameplay, and so all of those little things that maybe Treyarch wouldn't have wanted you to see, you could. Which does kind of make me question now, well, why weren't YouTubers allowed to record their own footage of Terminus? Is there something that Treyarch didn't want the community to see? Is there something that they were trying to hide? The HUD was also turned off, which, judging by people's reactions to the Liberty Falls gameplay, which had the HUD turned on, made a massive difference. I think if Treyarch showed us Terminus gameplay with the HUD turned on, the community's reactions would have been a bit different, but they didn't. We saw what they wanted us to see with this map, and it excited people. Everybody was really hyped. Okay, it wasn't perfect, and even for me, there are some things that I saw which I wasn't really happy with. Big things to me, such as the armor system and having to put it on manually, and even smaller details like having no pack-a-punch animation where you crack your knuckles. Those are just small details that I think make Zombies, and when they've had 4 years to make it, to me that's something that should be in the game, but it isn't. Even with those tiny imperfections though, I was still really hyped from what I saw for Terminus, and so was everyone else. It looked great. We knew we were getting a second Zombies map, and we also knew from leaks what it was going to be called and kind of the idea around it. It was going to be taking place in a town in West Virginia. A lot of people thought it was going to be similar to Transit or even a remake or a remaster. However, when we saw the gameplay, when COD Next happened, and all of those YouTubers and celebrities were invited to the event and got to play it and share their footage live, the community's reaction took a massive 180. And all of a sudden, people weren't as happy and weren't as optimistic. And I even saw a lot of comments of people saying, well, actually after seeing Liberty Falls, I'm going to cancel my pre-order because this isn't what I expected. I expected a map of the same quality as the first one we were shown, Terminus, but Liberty Falls is clearly nowhere near that. And ever since that reveal, the hype for this mode has pretty much been dead. That isn't the only thing that's affected it, I'll comment on that in just a second, but the one excuse I have seen people say is, well, Liberty Falls is supposed to be a bonus map, which is wrong. It's not a bonus map. It's the second Zombies map on disc. You don't have to pay for it. It's not extra downloadable content. It is the second Zombies map. If it was a bonus, that would mean, well, we were just getting one Zombies map on day one, which is unacceptable with 4 years development time. So this is a proper Zombies map, but it was just intended for a different audience. Terminus was supposed to be for the hardcore OG Zombies players, and Liberty Falls is for the multiplayer players, so the Warzone players who don't play Zombies, but if they wanted to get into it, Liberty Falls is the map to play because it is what resembles multiplayer in Warzone the most. And this is what annoyed a lot of Zombies players, because whilst I think that's okay for Treyarch to do, having one map for actual Zombies players in quotation marks and then one map for the multiplayer and Warzone players, that doesn't mean Liberty Falls had to look the way it does. That doesn't mean it had to have no atmosphere, no character, no style. That doesn't mean it had to look like an actual multiplayer map. They easily could have zombified it, whilst also making it accessible to the Warzone MP players by simply just making it easier. Having no character, no atmosphere, just isn't an acceptable excuse, because this is not a bonus map. It is intended to be more accessible for other players, but for me that's just not a reason why it still shouldn't look and feel like a Zombies map. It just doesn't. And ever since then, that's when the hype died down. A lot of people changed their mind. It wasn't what they expected, and the excitement level for this mode went. Now, like I said, that wasn't the only thing. Also, since the reveal and the COD Next event, well, we've heard nothing. Treyarch have constantly tweeted out information and updates on the multiplayer. It's the same for Warzone. They've been drip feeding us bits of intel, but for Zombies, it's gone totally silent ever since the reveal of Liberty Falls. There really has been nothing for people to talk about. There's been no reminders that, hey, Black Ops Zombies exists, you should still be excited about it. There's been nothing. On one hand, there's probably nothing else for Treyarch to give us because they've showed us absolutely everything, which is so weird. Before Cold War Zombies, I'm pretty sure they didn't even do this for Cold War. Ever since Vanguard and MW3, Treyarch have just for some reason decided to spoil everything in Zombies before the game even drops. Back in the day, you'd be extremely lucky if you saw any early gameplay unless it was leaked. Treyarch wouldn't reveal the Wonder Weapon to you, they wouldn't reveal any of the storyline, they wouldn't reveal bosses. Ever since Cold War, Vanguard, and Modern Warfare 3, and now in Black Ops 6, as you've seen, we've got gameplay for both maps, we've got a good idea of how the storyline at least begins. All of the mystery is gone. Treyarch have killed it. They just reveal everything. And as you can see, that's actually backlashed on them. Them showing us gameplay of Liberty Falls has caused the excitement to go. It's caused people to cancel their pre-orders. Was there even a need for them to do this? They already showed us Terminus gameplay, which I think would have been more than enough for people. Did they really need to show Liberty Falls as well? I don't think so. And actually, I totally forgot about this comment. The reason I'm making it is because I saw this tweet over on Twitter from someone where they said, we are 28 days out from Black Ops 6 and I feel like Treyarch need to do something to hype up Zombies. Any promo would be good, a new intel drop, a new trailer, something. It's so strange because there was a lot of BO6 hype up until COD Next when they revealed Liberty Falls. And that's the thing. Treyarch probably have already given us all of the promo for the game, all of the intel, all of the trailers, and there's nothing left for them to show us until the game drops. I think they've actually stabbed themselves in the foot here, and we are now at the point where we're going into Black Ops 6 Zombies, and maybe this is a good thing, but people really aren't expecting that much from it. That could be good because people's expectations will now be lower, so you go into it, and if things aren't all rosy, then you're not really going to feel hurt, because you knew it'd be like this. But at the same time, to me it's better going into a game believing it's gonna be amazing, but that's not the case with Black Ops 6 Zombies now. Personally, I'm still really excited for it, especially for the storyline, and I'm intrigued to see what we get for DLC, but I will admit, my hype level isn't what it was months ago. So, there we go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, hopefully if you enjoyed the video, if you have, drop a like rating. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest content on the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.